Hello again folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Strange Horticulture. I'm Game Master Darius. We're on day 12, and we had just went and followed the Dun tributary to its source. And we got an answer to a door, but I don't think we can answer the door yet. Also, me having re-recording this is making me realize, goddamn, the previous time I was recording this was kind of utterly trash. I was whiny, was bitchy, was moaning. I was tired by this point in the recording session. It was not a really good time, and I'm actually really glad that I got the opportunity to re-record it. Pet the cat. Well, hello. They're saying the Sisterhood has been attacked. Don't know much more than that, but those seeds of redemptionists have got all excited about it. There's a bunch of them chanting outside pullovers right now. Foxfield Trident. Well. Foxfield Trident. From Foxfield, the trident points me in the direction of some foothills northwest of the Swimside, Stone Circle. A faint path leads me over a ridge and into a dell. Here the plant thrives, sheltered from the wind. I hate how similar some of these plants look. But that's that one done. You can put that for there, for there, for that. There for that, pet the cat. I'm going to Blackcomb. I will kill this serpent. Our people have a saying, he who lives without fear does not live at all. I will not say that I am not afraid, but it would be no big thing to die hunting such a noble adversary. I'm sure noble is the word I'd use. I will take some Embersoul. Okay. So in my previous attempt of recording this, I did give the Seeds of Redemptionists what they wanted at their whole site thing. So I was thinking maybe they'll stay off my back. Earlier, before he comes here this time, before Forrest comes here to me, I get a request from the seeds saying, hey, when the hunter comes next, give him this. And it's a poisonous flower. Instead, this time we're giving him Embersoul. Which, I didn't give him Embersoul before in that playthrough either, but I didn't also see the, the fruits of my labor, I suppose you could say. Widow's Woe. Oh, yeah, that's the fear thing. Metis formidillosus, said to induce fear, also called Kempfoot, partly due to its unpleasant scent. Dainty, dark flowers grew out from a bed of long, thin leaves. Pet cat. Allow me to present my services. I own a small shop that specializes in curiosities. I would have thought that someone in your position ought to be interested in pursuing our collection of manuscripts on elixirs, for example. I do like the idea of that. Oh, that was a fast day. Let's quickly go to Arnside. See what he's got. Arnside. The dark exterior of Arnside Antiquities blends into its surroundings. A tailor called Jones and an ugly-looking haberdashery, to the extent that I was walked past it 3 times before I find it. Inside, however, I'm greeted by a world of intrigue and wonder. Odd trinkets sit alongside faded books and manuscripts, while strange utensils and machines, their uses unfathomable, occupy rows of display cases. It is some time before I peel myself away, returning to Undermere with 2 new recipes for elixirs that demand further study. I apparently like the study. Elixir of the Damned, made from a combination of Arbitum alacritus, Maculosis retinenta, and Mins Fortis. Its powerful elixir is dangerous and extreme caution is advised. said to bring a person back from the brink of death, but at the expense of their soul. Those who have drunk it appear vacant and lost, alive but no longer really with us. So probably won't want to really make that. St. Quentin's Elixir. Elixir will enable any drinker of it to overcome their sense of fear, though it should be considered beforehand that fear is not always a bad thing. For example, it would not be wise to drink this near the edge of a cliff. A 5-pointed leaf to grant courage, a red flower to protect the mind, and a seed pod for luck. We got stuff in things. We pet cats. Edmore, Raven, Spider. Equipped with the artist's knowledge, she journeyed west to the stone circle. Unknown to her, she was not alone as she made her preparations. I guess we're going to Indmore first. Indmore. Conversations without awkward jokes, Marvel. It is dumb. Raven. Was it Raven then Spider? So Raven. And then Spider. The jackdaw croaks, hidden somewhere nearby. Strange shapes of old stones pierce the long grass. Among them, plants grow. That looks like basically every single goddamn daisy I've ever seen. That looks like it belongs in an adult shop. Hello, Gracie. Have you heard of this masked woman? Imagine having that amount of power. Nations would kneel before you. You would be a god. That creature is huge, unstoppable. They say it obeys her every command. Would certainly come in helpful with my father-in-law tomorrow. I guess I'll just have to settle for some daisy talk and help get me through it instead. I feel you. I don't really feel you. I've never really met any. I have never really met any of my family's extended family from marriages and whatnot. Easy doc. Primulus familiaris. Familiaris. A simple potion that will grant courage can be brewed from the leaves. Ancient warriors would take it before going into... Ma'am, you're talking to your in-laws? Yeah, father-in-law. This one? Bluish purple. The leaves look similar, so... Yay. And dead, yep. Dead man's fingers. Digitatus mortis. That's the stuff we found over here. Digitatus mortis. I might just like saying Digitatus mortis. Hello, David. This letter was delivered in an unusual way. There's no address provided, just horticulturist. Spelled wrong. I have to assume it was meant for you. Thanks. If you know your plants, this letter is for you. If I know my weird gadgets, this is also for me. Oh, so you got it working. Oh, yes, it works. It works. Look to the north of Bowfell, at the source of the river Esk. Nobody knows it grows there. It will be our little secret. Ho ho. I love how he writes ho ho. I'm imagining he's saying this all out loud as he's writing it. Alright. North of Bowfell, source of the river Esk. North of Bowfell. Wait. Was this the one that pissed me off a lot? No, I don't think it was. There's a lot of weird ones that kind of ticked me off. But this one actually, not this one. Possibly this one? Kinsmore, the Daughters, Sandgill, Tebay. Bowfell. Where the hell are you, Bowfell? Boodle. I don't think I pointed out Boodle, but I'm now going to point it out. Bootle. Onside, Meat Hop. There's a little wick. Okay, well, there's River Esk. Oh, there. Bowfell's one of the mountains, not the. Yeah. Sure enough, I find a plant here that I've never seen before. Another one of those weird cuppy ones. Pet the cat. My husband likes to forage for mushrooms, but I worried about the ones he's brought back from his latest venture. He's just been on a trip across the lake, exploring the woods to the west of here. He's got a bag full of odd-looking mushrooms that he says are perfectly safe, but they don't look edible to me. I'll have brought one with me to help identify, but he's hoarding them because he thinks I'm going to throw them out. I'll come back tomorrow. This is done. Mushrooms, woods west of Undermere across the lake. Woods west of Undermere across the lake. Maybe it was this one that ticked me off. Because there's two squares where it's clear that it's some sort of a forest. Mushrooms, where have they been? How have I never been here before? They're hard to find at first, but soon I've seen them everywhere. The most generic-y looking red and white mushrooms you could possibly think of. So, she'll come back. We'll probably have to give that to her. Lord Fremont told me he was able to help you find some information on the servant. I've been looking all over the library, but all I've discovered is a mold problem. Let me guess. I hope you might have some sweet breath that we could help clear it up. This is one of those ones where it's not actually called sweet breath. I just need to remember the name. Was it the Palians? It was the Palians. Calum Decotus. Small improvement to the... Yeah, I was reading this when it came to Balox, I believe. Right? Right, it was the flower that I hadn't identified despite having used it. Indeed. Sour Bandy. Plants are weird. Nature's weird. Hello, Lorena. My cousin will be married in 3 days. If you got some Trimble Huff, then it'll save me the trouble of going out to find some myself. Trimble Huff? I knew my cousin, if you knew my cousin, you know she's not worth the trouble. Wow. Alright, Trimble Huff. Caratus pratensis. Trimble Huff is traditionally used as decoration at weddings, as if it is thought to strengthen relationships. A cross-section of the small cup-like flowers, they generally point downwards to avoid filling with water and to allow easy access for pollinating plants. Downward? Got a couple of those. Most of them are either already identified or not. Ugh. The rose. The rose, they have grown long. Definitely not that one. I hope I found all the flowers to this point. Not you. It's not that one. Like, those ones kind of look like them. Somewhat damp smell, dark red. Cup-like flowers, nothing about the color. As per the usual. The only other cup-like ones I can think of are these ones. Blue cups, they have that one weird stamen thing going on. Ugh, I'm gonna use my brain, I swear. Glowhorn. Gee, I wonder which of the mushrooms that one is. Pet cat. In day. Uh, 8 miles to the east. I see where this is wanting me to go. The shepherd watched as she prepared the leaves and roots that she would require. He watched as the hours dragged by. The sun set, and she worked by candlelight, at times sitting still, at times moving like a dancer among the stars. The change happened suddenly, but also subtly, so that at first the watcher was not sure that anything had happened. Then he saw it. This is going to be one of those things, isn't it? Oop. Yeah, different rain sounds. Alright, so this is a clue within a clue. We know that this is the symbol of Gosford from this coin. Gosforth. So we got to use Gosforth as point of reference. 8 miles to the east. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gazing at the still water of the lake, its black waters draw me into a reflective trance. Here and there, flowers that I don't recognize grow among the bank. Dark Souls 2 intro video? This plant looks like it's going through puberty. Pet the kitty. Ah, Thora. Well, we went and ate all those bloody mushrooms. And of course, now he's sick. Is there anything we can do? He's in a bad way and I'm worried about him. What one helped the tummy problems? Was it Royal Gentia? I could have sworn it was Royal Gentia. A few known ways to release the bind up. No? Ah. Wait. Because there's a good case that if it was one that he thought that could eat, he could. Grants great strength for short periods of experience of severe fatigue once the effect is worn off. So am I giving you the cure or am I giving you the mushroom? Am I giving... I think I'm trying to give you the cure. I don't remember what one helps with the tummy ache. One second, let me read through these. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Wasn't that one. Those guys gonna go to hell. Not that one, that's about the Briar's Disc. That's the elixir. Here it is. Uh, often fatal antidote using Royal Gentia. Not me forgetting what Royal Gentia looked like all of a sudden. That's worryless. What did Royal Gentia look like? Ah! Right. Was the yellow one that looked like kidneys? Or the purple one? Purple? Pink. Pink. There we go. Liver stone. That does not look appetizing. Okay. So I don't brew these ones. These ones I just give to people. So does that mean I don't have any other uses for this? I don't know. Pet the cat. Oh, hello, sir. You look worse for the wear. I've been to Blackcomb, and I've fought the servant and lived, but still my adversary stands. It must be defeated. For my part, I am ashamed to say that I am done. And my soul could use the tonic of St. Quentin's elixir if I am ever to recover from the horror that I have seen. Not that one. This one. 5-pointed leaf to grant courage, a red flower to protect the mind, and a seed pod for luck. 5-pointed leaf. You know how little that narrows that down? For courage. Daisy Dock? Was it Daisy Dock? Hold please, sir. Was it Daisy Dock? Grant courage, yes. Daisy Dock. Red. Protect the mind. Candle. Yeah, candlewood. Long thin stems and red. That's this one. And a seed pod for luck. It must be one I haven't identified. Hey Dar, it helps if you actually read them as opposed to slip through them. Ovium viridi. Sheep snap, thought to bring good fortune when prepared correctly. The green seed pods of the sheep snap have a hard outer shell and sound hollow when tapped. To the south, they call this plant bulbs of biome. So, this weird one? That's the seed pods, right? It's alive! I'm sorry, did you just give me the elixir and did not actually, like, label it? I mean, I know I only have the 2 elixirs. But come on, the least you can do, game, is label it for me. I think I know what I made. Yeah, see, you totally know what I made. Expert. Where did I get the name Priddle before? Oh well. Oh, I think it was one of those things I was actually stumped on and I had to look it up. Oh well. Pet the cat. David! There's a hateful man I sometimes see around town. He's called Isidore Burbage. Yesterday I saw him bending down as though to pet a stray dog, but instead he punched it as hard as he could. I rushed over and the coward fled. Someday he'll get his comeuppance. I hope to invite him to tea. Sadgill Chalice. Sadgill. Oh, Sadgill. Oop. I was trying to move the map like I would move this map. And now I'm an idiot. Now I must flower. Must flower? Must tend to my flowers. Grow. Grow, mushrooms, grow. What do you mean this isn't how mushrooms typically should be grown? Poppycock. That's an appropriate word to use around here. We're in merry old England, after all. Fancy England, supposedly. Okay. My hint was Sadgil Chalice. So I need to find Sadgil. Sadgil. You would think that Sadgil would be along the river or something. You know, gills. Ah, Sadgil. Here it is. Technically along the river. Then we need to follow the chalice. Goes here. The chalice clue takes me directly south of Sadgil to a spot next to the river. Moss-covered rocks line the banks, velvet to the touch. In the moist conditions, a deadly-looking plant grows abundantly in the lush grass. That is some very Venus flytrappy looking stuff. Alright then. Hello, Ruben. Verona tells me you are working on gathering the plants for a ritual that will help us defeat this creature. I am. Want to help any way I can. From what Verona told me, I think this might be one of the plants needed to perform the ritual, but I'm afraid I don't know where it can be found. Ah, yes, this is. The binder, ankle grabber, never let go are several of the names given to this plant that may give some clue as to its properties. The Culis maxima. Once ensnared, it is impossible to intricate oneself without help. Has small heart-shaped leaves. Sweet. Hello, Samuel. I'm visiting my grandmother up in Tibet, and I thought I'd take her favorite plant to cheer her up. Well, that's nice of you. Blue, large flowers, smells lovely and fresh. My nana calls it sweet. How many people want Palians? It is Palians, right? Yeah, it's Palians. Keep on forgetting what it actually looks like. You know, people talk about having various superpowers, like, oh, I want the superpower of super strength, super speed, time travel, all that fun stuff. Man, I just want... Give me a photographic and perfect audio memory. And I'll be relatively happy. I swear. I promise. I would not use it for evil. I would totally use it somewhat for evil. Where the hell is my Palians? All the way over here, isn't it? I love how I'm like, man, who... I remember the name of it. I never remember the goddamn look of it. Sweet breath. Palians. Palians, here you are. Oh, that's the end of the day. Is that all 5? I'm pretty sure I have them all. Because I think the corpse's friend is... There's one of these that, if you were to eat the seeds, it grows out of your chest after killing you. The ankle biter is the swift snare. Fearbringer is the widow's woe. Fourth lifts a curse, and I know that we have something that does that. We just did that with the amulet lady. And the last to reverse black blood's reverse. Secure black blood's reverse, which is the what was it? Wasn't Gilded Dendra. Elder something? Yeah. Elder Fidium. Neat. But I'm going to go ahead, call an episode here. When we return, I don't think we have long left of the game. maybe tomorrow's is going to be the last episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.